11:12, Sunday morning, and our final segment now. Matt McLaren, Scott Harrison. It is Sunday Mass, the Matt and Scott Spectacular. Before we pass it off to NFL coverage for the rest of your afternoon, here on Sports Radio 1310 The Ticket. Well, as you know, we've been talking more about beer on this show ever since I went to Colorado over the summer and hit up several breweries out there and got really into beer over the summer. We went to Rar & Sons Brewery in July, late July, and had a blast out there in Fort Worth with Rar & Sons.
You're really into beer?
Yes. We've talked about my UFO club membership that I've become obsessed with at Flying Saucer, and I go to the one out on Lake Ray Hubbard like 2 or 3 times a week now. They all know who I am. I'm trying different beers constantly.
You go so much, people are worried about your marriage.
I know. They're wondering, how the hell can you stay married and be at a bar 3 or 4 times a week? I don't know either. It just happens. But we are now going to, I don't even know how to introduce this segment. I guess we're calling it like a beer of the month type thing.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be a good way to do it.
Where we are going to feature a Texas beer of the month, compliments of this blog. And this is Scooter, who's about to join us, and we met him out at Rar & Sons. He's a friend of Killer's. It's one of these random weird connections.
Idiot!
He is a beer encyclopedia, essentially, and he operates a blog, and this is kick-ass. You got to go. If you are a craft beer person and love Texas beers,
an admirer, an aficionado,
and I know a lot of you do,
a novice like me,
it's called texasbrews.org, and we'll tweet that so you can check it out and stuff, but it's got all this. I mean, there's brews on here that I didn't even know. We were just talking about it off the air. Local breweries that are brand new, that are starting up, that I didn't even know about, which is great. So, Scooter, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. You're going to make me blush over here.
Not only is he a beer genius, he has probably the most kick-ass beard you're ever going to see.
Yeah, that's a fine beard. We're going to have to tweet that as well. It's getting pretty profound these days. I have to condition it daily.
It's pretty awesome. It really is. So, I guess we'll let you just kind of talk to us a little bit about today's beer that you've brought and what our featured beer of the month is going to be here for October.
So our featured beer we've got is a beer out of Blanco, Texas, Real Ale Oktoberfest. Would make sense for October. It's actually really interesting that Oktoberfest beers are actually kind of it seems like more of a September institution these days. Everybody seems to have their big Oktoberfest party in September, and even the sort of the official Germany Oktoberfest, there's more of it's in September than it is in October. But anyway, so it's a seasonal beer. Texas actually comes out with several great Oktoberfest beers, traditional Marzen style, brewed in March and then comes out in October. But this one's one of my favorites, mostly due to the fact that it's a little bit different. It's the first lager, actually. The brewery is called Real Ale, but this is a lager. And it's the first lager that they came out with, and they've since come out with the second one, Hans Pils, which is also an excellent beer. But I like Pils. I know about those.
See, there you go.
See? Yeah, good. See, we can find something comfortable for everybody. But this beer, or this brewery, Real Ale, they're one of my favorites in Texas, and most people are probably most familiar with Fireman's 4, a red label. You can find that on tap all over the state. That's a great beer as well, but their seasonals are really.
That's also from Real Ale.
That is also from Real Ale. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So they're year-round ones. They've got that one, and they've got Real Blanco, which is a great beer as well. So, but yeah, this one's great. It's got a nice malty sweetness. It's kind of a traditional Bavarian style lager. I love the label on it as well. It's like a sort of traditional.
It is really cool
Bavarian
looking,
flag. Yeah. But yeah, the one that's a little bit different than this one is it has a little bit kind of a roastiness to it. So it's really slight difference, but it's one of the characteristics that I really like a lot about it. A lot of Oktoberfest beers can actually be kind of overly sweet, and I think this one sort of jumps just below that balance line.
Yeah, I had one the other day. I think I had the Rar & Sons Oktoberfest, and I love Rar & Sons. They have a few beers that I like, but I didn't like that one as much. And this one, the Real Ale Oktoberfest, to me is completely different than the Rar & Sons, and I like this a lot. And I don't like Oktoberfest generally because of the roasty part of it.
Right. It's not my. That's what we were talking about. Is October is kind of our favorite month. There's so many sports going on, and the weather's getting better. But Oktoberfest beers themselves it's not really my favorite style either, especially for seasonals. I mean, I love winter seasonals, barley wines and stouts and some of those big things that have warm your innards. But like I said, regardless, this is a really great beer, and you guys should definitely check it out. It should be available. It's kind of available all over places that have decent beer, even grocery stores and stuff would have it. But better bars, you could probably find it.
I have a question about the microbrew or the culture of that in Texas versus other places. Because I remember when I think it's Messina Hoff opened up, I think the first Texas winery in the 70s down around Bryan College Station, and then people started opening up different wineries in different places, and Texas wines began to get some accolades. And I'm curious if, as you pointed out, the thing that got you fired up, Matt, was the fact that you went to Colorado. A lot of microbrews up there. It's a very strong culture, and people are familiar with that. I'm just curious how the beer business looks at Texas microbrews and things like the Real Ale, things like RAR, things like Lakewood and Deep Ellum, so on, and how they fit within the context of the larger picture of craft beer.
Sure. The country in general, I think sees Texas as being behind, which in many ways we are. We're obviously not even close to being on the level of like a Colorado or California, these big brewing states that just have a million breweries. But in that respect, we're catching up really quickly. We were talking about that just a second ago. There's so many new breweries, even just in the Dallas area in general. Petacolis, Lakewood, Deep Ellum, Four Corners, Community, Firewheel a little bit farther north. A lot of great breweries coming up, and across the state as well. And that's been my goal. With the website and people like me. Is we're trying to get Texas to that level so that people really respect us, and some Texas beers have been winning some big awards at Great American Beer Festival last year. Austin Beer Works did really well. They won an award, and those guys are doing really great things down there as well. So we're getting on the map, but like I said, it's kind of a catch-up process, but it's definitely getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because I think once you get more into beer, you realize there's a lot more flavor to beer than you ever thought there could be, and once you start to drink beers like this, it's very difficult to go back to a Miller Lite or a Bud Light, and not that there's anything wrong with those, but it's just lacking something.
Well, I can speak to you from the side of having had Miller Lite for years and years and years, and I enjoy branching off every once in a while and getting something different. Like we go to the Old Mont, for a happy hour or something like that, or go to the Poorhouse or something like that. Then trying something different. Kind of as a nice break from the monotony that you can kind of get into with anything that you drink all the time. Whether it's you're drinking Coke or whatever. But I like it because of the fact that it is a discovery process. And you guys are so big on IPAs, and especially the Deep Ellum IPA. And I had the Deep Ellum IPA, and it's just not my cup of tea. You like you're really hoppy, and I don't know. I'm like,
that's the great thing about the world of beers. There's so much to explore out there. That's why it's so exciting, and so it's like such a fun thing to be involved with. Is that there are so many beers out there that I'll never even get to try. But exploring that world, and that's what you're talking about, is your UFO club. I'm in that too, and it's like this thing. You just want to try more, and there's so much out there to try. Like I'm getting worked up just talking.
I know, and it's awesome, and it really is cool because you never know what you're going to discover that you thought, man, I never heard of this. I don't have any clue if I'm going to like it, or maybe it's something that you think that you're going to like and you love it. It's really, really cool. And just because you don't like IPAs, you might like a stout or a porter or something like that a lot, and I don't like those at all.
See, I like a porter, but I've really gotten into the wheat beers.
Mm-hmm. And there you go.
I like the citrus aspect of adding that to the flavor palette, and a Pilsner to me. I like the Belgian Pale. What are those? I'm trying to think. I've had a Belgian Pale that was really, really good. I can't even remember what the name of it was.
Like a Belgian White or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so you had like a White Rascal or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And it was, I don't know. I don't want to be punched in the face by my beer. I just like it to be more of a...
Well, you really got to try that Revolver Blood and Honey then. It's a wheat ale, but they use blood orange zest and local honey, and it's good.
It sounds delicious.
I got it on tap at the house. I've been drinking quite a bit.
Okay, well, you were very fortunate.
I am so excited.
These jambalaya balls have arrived. By the way, check out Scooter on his texasbrews.org And, of course, you can follow him on Twitter at Texas Brews, at Texas Brews. So
Yeah,
very simple.
Facebook.com/Texas Brews as well.
Oh,
Get on there and interact with us, and we're always trying to update it more. It's done out of passion, so I'm not making any money off of it. So I kind of update it as I can, and right now we got a story on there. Man, I got to get some of these balls. I got a story on there about we have these Ultimate Mix 6 where we have a 6-pack of beers that all kind of fit a mold, and one on there right now is about it's written by my partner on the site, Brandon. It's about tailgate beer, so it's good canned beers. Texas,
Awesome.
Texas
that out.
beers in cans, and they're awesome.
Very cool. Well, Scooter, thank you. And again, texasbrews.org. And now, in our final couple of minutes,
Are you
Scooter
ready?
gets to join in.
Did you already do this?
Our fried jambalaya balls have arrived. It is the winner of the new best fried food at the State Fair of Texas this year.
Those are some winning balls.
I've got
They are.
2 balls. I'm going to dip one in this cream sauce here.
Balls
And I'm going to put it in my mouth.
balls.
That's phenomenal.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
This would go really well with this beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you get a little spicy ranch on there at all?
Mm-hmm.
Spicy ranch is delicious. You just squirt a little right on the top there. Right on those balls. Get that.
Squirt a little juice on the ball.
Oh, my God.
That is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
The chunks of sausage in there.
This is how can you? This is amazing that this is deep fried. Wow. So check it out at the State Fair of Texas. The fried jambalaya balls are awesome.
I'm
That is
enjoying watching
really, really good.
the balls juice run down Scott's chin right there.
I do
You
have
need to
ball.
use your tongue a little
on my
bit. Just
chin.
lick around the little part
I
there.
can lick the ball juice off my chin.
Oh my God. I just bit into one. And I wasn't expecting that to come out.
You're welcome, Dave.
These are delicious. This is really good. What a great segment. Great beer and great fried food at the State Fair.
You getting choked up over there?
You need some.
God, I just choked on some balls.
These jokes just write themselves.
Wow.
Holy cow.
This has been the best 2, 3, 15 minutes of my life. This is awesome.
Now I went to open my mouth and that ball just got jammed down my throat.
They're pretty big too.
They really are.
Balls.
Flavorful though, I'll tell you that.
All right.
Another one.
Thank you, Scooter.
You're
Thanks
welcome, guys.
to,
Anytime.
Thanks to Matthew and to Abel for being in studio and bringing us balls. Thanks to Bruce. Thanks to Killer. Thanks, Dave. He's Matt. I'm Scott. We're the Matt and Scott Spectacular Sunday Mass. NFL football coming up next on the Little Ticket. Thanks for being here. Bye.